the Darkness and Dragonflies podcast.
It's your weekly dose of terror, trauma, and tea.
Hosted by your favorite mother-daughter duo, Martha and Stephanie.
I'm Stephanie,
I'm Martha.
and let's slap on that trigger warning and dive on in.
Slap, slap.
For today's episode, we're going to talk about something a little more feel-good and spiritual. We are going to talk about some encounters with Jesus. I am going to let Mom start it off with something that happened to her that is an amazing story from when she was a little girl.
Okay, guys, first of all, I'm going to tell you that I'm not just a believer, I am a knower. Jesus Christ of Nazareth is very, very real. When I was 9 years old, I accepted Jesus as my Savior. And shortly after, my friend came over and we decided to walk up to the church where I found Jesus above our house. So we walk up there, these two little 9-year-old girls, and we go in this empty church. They used to keep the doors unlocked. So we go in this empty church and we decide to sing God a song. So we sing to him, Jesus loves me. And then we say this little prayer to Jesus. So walking back down this beautiful blue sky day, walking back down to the house, we go over this hill and we stop at the same second and we see Jesus on a cross and a blue sky, but it's no cloud. It's just like looking at you. We saw Jesus on the cross. We both stopped immediately and said, "Oh, Jesus on the cross." And then we saw a throne with God's huge hands. We couldn't see his face, but we saw his huge hands. And then it immediately changed into Jesus again. And he had like 1,000,000 followers behind him. Now take in mind, this is two 9-year-old girls saw Jesus at the same second on a beautiful, clear blue sky day. So that's my testimony. And every time I get low in faith, I go back to that moment. So I'm a knower, not just a believer. I know.
That's an amazing story. Now, something that happened to me that really blew my mind involved my oldest son again, Raiden. When I wouldn't refer to, I call him his donor, not his father, because he doesn't contribute anything and Raiden doesn't have any relationship with him because when he walked out, he never tried to contact him again. So he's kind of just like out of the picture, but our relationship wasn't good at all anyway. But there was a point in my life where I was really, really down because of this person and just kind of was going through some things that I hadn't told anybody. You know, when you're kind of like on the fence where you don't really even want to move forward with life anymore. So I was kind of like at that point. And it wasn't long after that the reason that I ended up staying was because I found out that I was pregnant. So fast forward to several years later, and Raiden is born. Like, this is quite a bit later on. I don't know how old he was exactly, but we were talking about something. I don't even know what brought it up. And Raiden was talking about when he was in heaven. And I said, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "Before Jesus sent me to you," he said, "I was in the big line in heaven, and Jesus came and got me and told me it was time to come to you, that you needed me." Ever since, that like floored me. Like, that was just an amazing moment. Like
Awesome.
yeah, like, oh wow. And it was like he was handpicked to come to me, and Raiden has been my ride or die since he's been born.
Yeah.
Like, he's been through so much. It's kind of true too. Like, your kids kind of grow up with you at some point in time, you're kind of growing up together when you have a kid at a younger age. I was about 20 at the time when I had him, but I still had a lot of growing up to do, and Raiden was along for that journey, and we've been through a lot together, a lot of bad, a lot of good, but he's always been there. But I thought that was pretty awesome that
That is
he
awesome.
he came up and told me that Jesus handpicked him and sent him to me that day.
That's wonderful. I'm thinking of a time when I had an aunt, Louise, I love very much. And she had a heart and lung condition. So I was called to the hospital. The doctors gave her maybe 7 hours to live. So I immediately contact Jesus. I'm begging him with all my heart and soul to please help my Aunt Louise. The doctors were amazed. She was on life support. She started breathing on her own. And God actually gave me 3 more years with her, which I'm very thankful to this day. Thank you, Jesus.
Now, looking back at everything we went through, especially out at the house, where our main story lies. If it hadn't been for God, I know for a fact we wouldn't be here, because that was a spiritual warfare.
Good and evil, guys, and it's going on today.
Oh, yeah, the world today is horrible, but there in that house, we had a whole indication of a spiritual warfare going on, and it was good versus evil. And although it did take somebody from us, at the end, good did prevail, because it was supposed to take more than one person.
Yes.
It was supposed to clear us all out. And we're still standing and sharing our story, and things are still happening with that story today. I don't know, I think I've mentioned it, but with our story, it's took a big turn for the good recently, and God put his hands on our story even more and has led it in a different direction than we first thought.
Yes.
Again. So it's been kind of like going here and there, and we'll think that it's figured out, and now we kind of know why it didn't work out previously, because we've got a huge opportunity in front of us, and God's leading us the entire way. Like, it's really neat. Like, it's like he's the pilot of the story, and we're just kind of like co-pilots, and we're on this journey with God to share our story and share not only, that God exists, but so does Satan, and he's very real, and it's something you should be scared of. Like,
Very
you
much
do
so.
not want to go to hell, because we've had just the smallest taste of hell here on earth, and I promise you,
You do not want to go.
you don't want to be there. That's not something you ever want to even have to consider. And it's just like, that saying, like, I would rather believe in God and be proven wrong than to not believe in God and then,
Yeah. And be proven wrong.
yeah.
It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah, like, because if I live for Jesus and believe in God and God comes back, then I've won. But even if I believed in God and whatever happened and he didn't come back, the only thing I did was live a good, righteous life. But if I live a life not believing in God and Jesus, and then at the end, he does come back.
Oh, he's coming back very soon, in my opinion.
Oh, he will be. But I'm just saying, for the people
I
that don't
know.
believe, just imagine not believing the whole time, and then there he is, and there you are. Your opportunity's
Yeah.
done for.
Well, and I also wanted to say, people say, how do you know Jesus is real? If Jesus' spirit ever touches you guys, there's no way you won't know. You're filled with this incredible spirit of love, warmth, holiness that touches you. The proof of it is feeling God's spirit. And I do think he's coming very soon. And it's so simple to accept the gift Jesus gave when he died for all of us. He don't want anybody to perish. But if you don't accept that gift he gave you freely, his life for you, it's the only way to heaven is through the Son. And according to the Bible, everything is happening that it says to give you the season that Jesus is coming. He's coming very soon, guys. Be sure you know Jesus Christ. And the proof of it is you reach out to him, you will feel the strong Spirit of God. There's no doubt. You will have no doubt about it. God is real.
Looking at everything that's happened recently, the world is just a terrifying place. That's why I try to, kind of let you guys know that Jesus is real and he is coming. And it's good to let your children know as well, because it's scary times, especially to have children growing up in.
It's actually evil versus good right now. There's a warfare going on between good and evil.
Yeah, it's like a massive spiritual warfare all over the world, and everybody's turning on each other and doing horrible things to one another, and there's no like faith in humanity left. Like, there's not many people willing to help each other anymore. Everybody turns their backs on each other, puts each other
Everyone's
down.
selfish. Just like the Bible says, in the last days, they'll portray bad as good and good as bad. It tells you plain as day. Reach out to Jesus and you will find absolute proof in the spirit that you feel that overtakes you. You will know God is real. It's so simple, guys. Don't be left behind. Find Jesus before it's too late.
One thing that really blows my mind, though, is anytime we're going to talk about something good like Jesus, we've had a lot of technical difficulties tonight, guys. We have one of our microphones not working. I hope you can't really tell as much that we are like limping our way through this episode.
We're sharing one microphone.
But it was working fine until we decide that this is what we're going to focus our topic on. Basically, we was in there discussing it and it was charging fine. Then we come in here to actually film and it just won't even cut on, and it's never gave us any problems. They were bought brand new not long ago. It's like every time we try to do good or talk about anything pertaining to good or evil, really, like anytime we mention the bad situation that we were in, like anytime we mention the evil spirit or Satan himself or whoever it was, what was the name that was given to us of the demon?
Abaddon.
Yeah. Anytime we mention our story, crazy stuff has happened. And there'll be technical difficulties. There'll be stuff fly around the room or whatever, because I can't really say exactly what's going on with our script right now, in our movie situation, because there's a lot of top secret info at the moment. But you guys will be the first to know when we are allowed to release that info. But there's some things in the works, and while we've been working on stuff, there's been a lot of things happening. I've had stuff go flying. Mom's had some sightings. What was it you saw the other day?
I saw a black wolf.
Just chilling in your room.
Yep.
That's.
You think I'm afraid? No. If you're rooted in Jesus, you're not afraid of anything like that. Don't bother me at all.
Well, I had something go flying off my mantle, my fireplace, while I was working on something pertaining to the movie, and it came flying at me. And I was like, nope, sorry. I said, you don't scare me anymore. I was like, get out of here. You're not welcome. Go back to hell. So everything kind of calmed down. But my kids have been seeing stuff again. My youngest, who's only 2, which is about the same age that Raiden was when he first started seeing things, he's been able to see things for a while. He just can't really talk about it yet. He just lets you know that he sees something and he's scared of it, which if we didn't have that protection from Jesus, there's no telling what would be going on.
I'm rooted in Jesus, so I'm not afraid.
But now that we're not afraid,
totally protected, 100%.
Now that we're not afraid, things kind of just like try, and then they're like, okay, dang it, I gotta go back. This isn't working. It's not the same.
Jesus is
But
king.
but since we do have that protection, like everything's been going okay. Like we just have to kind of tell things like, okay, you can go back to hell now. And I guess I can just imagine them like putting their head down and like walking away
I know.
real slowly. Like,
Poor little ugly things.
did I used to scare you? Like,
Mhm.
boo or something, you know?
Yeah. I'm so sorry for you, little pitiful looking thing.
Like,
No, not an ounce of
just
love.
you just have to go back to hell now, buddy. He's like, oh, reminds me of Monsters Incorporated, that little movie.
Yep.
Those monsters
I
trying to
know.
scare those kids.
Yeah.
Lord,
Yeah.
I'm just,
If you read it in Jesus, you got it made.
oh yeah.
And God always brings good out of bad, no matter what
Just
happens.
imagine where we would be if Jesus hadn't protected us through all
We
of
wouldn't
that.
be here. But even though it was absolutely horrible, He brings good out of it because we get to witness all the time and help people in the same situation. We witness for our Savior, wonderful Jesus Christ. I love you, Jesus, so very much.
And
Thank you for what you did for all of us.
there's so much darkness right now that we try to be, just a little bit of light in that darkness. And everybody's always asked, like, how do you guys do all of this? Like, how are you still even coping with life after all you've been through? And if you sit and just like sulk, like, yeah, we could just sit in depression easily all day, every day. And
You
just,
got to refuse to be a victim.
yeah,
Grab onto Jesus' hand and never let go.
we could just sit and throw pity parties and cry all the time. That would
No,
be
my crying
pretty
days are
easy. But,
over.
we chose to take any dark times and turn it into something good and kind of lead people that do make it into dark times, like, out of them. Like, we try to be an outstretched hand and a light to help you get out of the dark times, or at least see that there is people out there that relate to you and they have been there and they have survived. So we're just kind of like a epitome of survival, I guess you would say.
Hmm. And also, Stephanie, remember, very soon Jesus is going to come back and rescue his believers, and you will have it made for eternity. It's hard here, but be sure and take the opportunity of what Jesus offers you, because your soul does not die. It either goes to heaven or hell. So choose Jesus, and then he'll always be with you through everything you go through.
I'm ready for that day. I'm tired.
Me too. I can't wait for him to come back. I'm
I'm
excited because
tired.
I'm
Like,
watching for him.
that meme, it's like, God gives his hardest battles to his strongest
Oh,
soldiers, and she's like, when did I sign up for the war?
yeah.
Why?
I know I'm a
we
Jesus warrior.
we were
You are
drafted
too.
a long time ago,
Yes.
and we've been in many battles and been drugged through a lot of mud and came out bleeding and scarred and scorned, but
Now we're fine.
now we're here and laughing at all the
Oh yeah, we're
poor
comedians
pitiful
too.
me times.
On the side, we're comedians.
Because besides even our big story, we've still had so much pile up. It's like always something, and then everybody's like, I don't know what I would do in that situation, and then we're just like dying, like laughing or something.
Mhm.
Everybody thinks I'm crazy, I think.
So another thing I want to remind you of is God says that we should not judge anyone else. If we do, we will be judged. So we have to leave all the judging to God.
That's a lesson everybody needs,
Yes.
young and old.
Yeah, I try to do that all the time. You're supposed to love one another. Supposed to help each other.
Everything that's going on, especially, with Charlie's passing and everything
I
that
know that
happened
breaks
with
my
him.
heart.
All of the evil that surfaced with that absolutely shatters me. And, I go to make this video and I didn't even mention his name or really like that situation in particular. I made a video on TikTok simply just stating that we should all just agree to disagree on things, and whether like we have the same beliefs on whatever. Like that shouldn't even matter. Just still at the end of the day, everybody should treat each other as a human being.
Yeah.
You've got to realize that everyone else is a human being. They've got their own stories and battles that they're facing every day that you know nothing about. And I literally made a video just saying, hey, let's treat each other as human beings. And then I got a strike on my account, and I've been warned that my account may be taken down on TikTok because of that video. So,
That's crazy. That's really awful, is what that is. And, one thing I don't understand, like Charlie was a very godly man. We know where he's at. And he's a martyr, of course. What I don't understand is he gave people that had a different belief in him about things a platform to speak their mind.
mhm.
So that should have been a good thing for both sides, to be able to just talk and speak your mind, speak your truth. I don't understand why it went as far as it did.
No, and then his debates were never like, really hateful or anything. Like, even if he disagreed with you, he would just, do kind of like a friendly debate. It wasn't nothing like F you or anything, at the end. It was just a friendly debate. He was defending his beliefs and let other people defend theirs. And then he kind of just left the opinion up to the public, like between the debate. Like,
Yeah, he gave the other side a platform to say whatever they wanted to say.
so it was more like healthy debates,
I
like,
know. And now they said there's one that's not so kind coming out of retirement to take his place.
yeah, they've awakened Milo.
Uh-huh.
Milo's back.
I don't know Milo, but they say that he's not going to be as nice as Charlie was. No, everybody, the whole world is sad right now. Anybody that has a heart is very sad. Because what if that happened to your husband, your
Well, nobody's
son,
like, I don't care
your
who it
dad?
is.
I mean, come on, guys, just think about it. What if it was you or somebody you loved that got taken out just because of their belief? And Charlie was actually, like I say, once you know, besides just belief, once you know that Jesus is real, heaven is real, hell is real, you're on a mission to get other people to realize it. Everybody could say what they wanted to say on either side. So how did it come to this point?
And I don't care how much I dislike somebody or disagree with somebody. Like, it's never right to celebrate somebody's death. Like,
No, and another thing, God sees all, and He don't forget. And I'd hate to be those people.
oh, I know. I just don't get why anybody, like,
God will
even if
judge them, but I still wouldn't want to be one of those.
no, even if my worst enemy, if I was to get news that my worst enemy just passed away, I'm not going to, like, celebrate.
No,
Like,
no,
it's still going to be, like, a sad time. Like,
because
I,
you have a heart.
it just, I don't know.
You have a heart.
People just sicken me anymore. And, like, it seems like the more you try to do good, the more bad things start happening to you, which is just the devil, like, literally trying to manipulate you into stop doing good. Because,
When you're doing something right, that's when you get attacked.
yeah, that's when he sees you as a threat. Just like they
When you're
say,
a threat, yes.
thieves don't break into empty houses.
Yes.
So when he's trying to break into your home, it's because you have something valuable inside of you. So if the devil's trying to break into you,
Break you down.
that's because you have something good inside of you that he's trying to take from you. And don't allow him to do that. Every day, like, I get discouraged all the time, don't get me wrong. Like, I'll get overwhelmed and discouraged, and I have to kind of level myself out and realize, like, that's just the devil. I'm going to overcome this, I'm just going to keep fighting.
Yeah. Life is hard, but if you have Jesus, there's a better day coming. a wonderful day coming.
And usually you can just pray, and a lot of those worries and things will feel so much better, like a lot less heavy.
If you give it all to Jesus, He works it out.
Yeah, trying to carry everything by yourself is what will lead you to be
Mhm.
broken down.
You're supposed to love everyone unless they're evil. And then you're supposed to fight evil with good. So, there you go.
And there's a lot of evil anymore. Everything's just...
Yep, because we're in the end of days, in my opinion.
Even like in the little school systems, you'll see things. It's just sad. All the things that's happening in the world. All the school shootings, all the hatred between one another. I wish even countries could get along, like everybody. I wish they could just be some peace, and everybody
what's the
could
good
just...
of war? Why don't they all get together and have a good old arm wrestling tournament or something? It's a big ego thing. I mean, come on, guys, men.
Just imagine if everybody just got along. Like,
Wouldn't
I'm
that be
not saying
wonderful?
everybody has to agree on everything, but if everybody could just
And I believe in self-defense.
coexist.
But find a different way instead of a war.
Mhm.
Like I say, have a good old arm wrestling contest. Winner takes all. Just do something different instead of taking lives,
I don't know. It's
Have a
just...
baseball game. Or just have a boxing match. For God's sake, have a boxing match. Get your aggression out. See who's the toughest in a boxing match. Don't have to kill half the world,
Can you see the lineup for those boxing matches?
Yeah. So
No.
a lot of it's just ego. They say women run on emotions, but men run on egos. So I challenge you guys to arm wrestling contests. And we would like to challenge atheists. We're supposed to witness for Jesus Christ. I mean, everybody that has Jesus is supposed to be witness for him. You're supposed to be strong and bold. And this bad thing that happened this past week, God will bring a lot of good out of it. There'll be a lot of people rise up and roar like a lion for Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah. I think a lot of things are in motion right now that we don't really see right now. It's just kind of like behind the scenes, but I think there is some good things in motion. There's a lot of things that I'm questioning right now in motion too. Like, I don't know. I'm just going to throw that out there about the Epstein list and the announcement that was just made. That kind of upsets me a little. Like, I'm a little confused at a lot of the stuff that's going on. It's like everything's doing the opposite of what you expected.
Yeah, I don't know. Everybody was supposed to have answers to things, and then all at once it's just like being ignored. So somebody somewhere needs to answer some questions.
I just wish all the evil would quit getting brushed under a rug and just kind of left there forever.
God wins in the end, guys.
I want to get my broom and bring it out from under the rug and be like, look at this, tell me, explain to me where this came from. We can't keep just brushing this stuff under the rug.
On the bright side, we know how it all ends. Satan even knows the ending. God wins in the end.
Good always prevails at the end. It doesn't seem that way sometimes, and sometimes it'll feel like you're drowning.
We know the ending of the story, so there's the hope. Be bold, though, guys. Stand up, be bold for Jesus.
Anybody that wants to know where to find our book, it's just What Doesn't Kill You by Martha and Stephanie Carpenter. It can be found on Amazon or Audible or anywhere else books are sold. Anybody that's looking for information on our movie, since there's been a lot of changes here recently, that will just be updated as we are allowed to release information. But like I said, big things are happening, bigger than we had planned. So
God's plan. It's very exciting, yes.
So we have a literary agent now that is God himself, basically, is the way I look at it. So
Cannot beat that. We partnered with God.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good collaboration, if you ask me. And we will be traveling a lot next year, so be on the lookout. Our website will be updated, which I'll give you that information a little later on. But all of our social medias will be updated with any information, anywhere we're going to be or what we're doing, and kind of that situation. So if you want to know our schedule, or maybe you want to come out and do a meet and greet or just come and talk to us or have anything you want to bring to our attention, you can find all that information on all of our social media, which is at Dragonflies Pod, just the at symbol DragonFliespod, and that includes our YouTube channel, which is finally fully updated. So when you're hearing this, our YouTube channel is fully updated along with all of our other social medias being active, and they're going to be more active very soon, and there's more things coming because we will have our own TikTok just to entertain you guys very soon. I have a lot of ideas for that
Oh,
too.
yeah, we're going to try to make some of it fun and some of it happy and some of it very, very hilarious.
Oh yeah, because we always have all the terror, trauma, and tea. So
Fly like a dragonfly, guys. Have a great week.
we hope you stay with us for this journey, and for everybody that's been with us since the beginning, we love you guys so, so much and can't wait to share some exciting news with you guys very soon. So I guess that's it for this episode, and we'll see you in the next one. Love you guys.
Bye.
Mwah.
Goodbye.